Neville Goddard said, "Imagination creates reality." Sounds nice, right? What if it's actually true? Hi there, my name is Kelly, and today we are diving into something so powerful most people completely overlook when trying to manifest their dream reality: the power of imagination. But we are doing Neville Goddard style. And believe me, you neglecting your imagination may be the number one thing holding you back from manifesting what you truly desire. So, let's dive into this. To imagine or not to imagine? That is the question. Now here's the wild part. What if I told you that your imagination isn't just a fun escape or daydream? It is actually the creative engine of your reality. Neville Goddard once said, "Man is all imagination. Therefore, man must be where he is in imagination, for his imagination is himself." Translation: if you want something, you don't wait for it. You go there in imagination first, live it, feel it, own it as real in your mind as possible. And the more vivid and consistently you do this, the more the outer world must rearrange to reflect the inner reality. So let me bring this to life with a quick personal story. As a dreamy little Pisces growing up in Brazil, I was totally mesmerized by Disney magic. I'd watch those behind-the-scenes specials on how the animations were made, and I was hooked. I would watch wide-eyed, barely blinking, fully in that world. Imagine like a child watching TV, watching their favorite program, Go Diego Go, Paw Patrol, etc. And I had one very specific dream: to go to Disney World. No idea how it would happen, but I just knew it would. I imagined, I felt it, and I saw myself there. Don't ask me why, but I did. So, fast forward to when I turned 15, the classic quinceañera moment in Latin culture. My parents gave me a choice: a birthday party or a trip. And guess what I chose? Well, Disney, of course. Despite tight finances and the fact that it wasn't easy to make this trip happen, it did. It was magical, and it taught me something huge. When your desire is clear and your imagination is committed, the how shows up some way. You don't need to worry about. You just leave it to the universe. Neville thought that your only true job is to live from the end. In other words, to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You don't wait for evidence. You don't beg the universe. You become it now in consciousness. As Neville Goddard said, dare to believe in the reality of your assumption and watch the world play its part relative to its fulfillment. And to sum up, this is what happened with me. I didn't know how. I didn't need to. I just trusted, and the path unfolded. Let me share with you another story I love, and this one I heard from Bashar. A woman had this deep desire to travel the world and experience all the cultures, different cultures. Well, as you could imagine, she was broke, but instead of saying, I can't afford it, she started imagining it. She visualized it, she lived in the energy of it. Then one day, she had one inspired idea. What if she offered to take stunning photos for airlines in exchange for travel? So she pitched a few companies, and guess what? One of them said yes, a big yes. They not only flew her around the world, but also cover for her accommodations anywhere she needed to travel, in exchange for those beautiful pictures that they could use anywhere in their advertisement, publicity, commercial materials. So, in the end, she turned her dream into her profession, turned her dream a reality. And it all began in her imagination. So, do not neglect the power of your imagination. You are a creator. We are creators. A co-creator with the universe, source, God, divine, whatever you call it. But creation begins within. First in your mind, our minds, then in the heart, and finally in your world, in the outer world. So remember, your imagination is not a toy. It is actually the blueprint for your future. In the end, if you want to manifest your desires, stop asking how and start imagine what it would feel like if it were already done. And if you're ready to learn the exact techniques I use to manifest, check out the videos on the screen right now. And I bet you they will be extremely helpful. Also, I'd love to hear your manifestation stories. So drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear. So, this is what I have for you today. Thanks for spending time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, dream boldly and imagine wisely. Take care.